So, Barry, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is postponed after Mike Tyson had an ulcer flare-up. Should we be using the words Jake Paul and Mike Tyson in the same sentence, frankly? Should they be sharing a ring together? Not sure, frankly. Nothing against Mike Tyson earning money, but and I was going to go to this, but never sure about how I deeply felt about it. Tyson's been advised to train lightly as he prepares, but should this be taken as a sign, Barry, to cancel the fight altogether?
Oh, mate, we were doing so well. We were doing so well. We had a great show with talking about great fights with young fighters who are active boxers, and I was talking about this. I'm glad he pulled out. I hope this puts a full stop on it. I really do. I don't want to see people forget. Like Tyson, in his last fight, not the Roy Jones, his last genuine fight against McBride, he looked awful then. I can't remember when that was.
20 years ago.
I was going to say 18. There you go. 20 years ago. That's 20. He was awful then. He wasn't the fighter. He was a shadow.
And he said he'd never be seen in the ring again. Do you remember?
Yeah, but so what do you expect from him now against a young guy? Okay, who's not a fantastic, who's new to the sport, but he's still a young big guy. So your vision goes when you get older. You still might physically be able to do stuff, but your vision goes. But by that I mean you don't see the punches till they get closer. Usually, you used to see it from the shoulder, and then you can either slip, evade, or tense yourself to take the shot. When you say a fighter's shot, and usually it's a younger age than him, you don't see the punch till it's too late, and you can't tense yourself for it. So your chin hasn't gone. Your ability to see the shot, to tense yourself to take the shot has gone, and he's going to get hurt. He could knock out Jake Paul. Maybe he's still got power, but you don't have your fast twitch fibers. They're not there anymore, so you can't explode into punches like you could when you were younger. Nothing about this fight was good for the sport. It was just a sellable product, which was tremendously well figures-wise. Everyone would have watched it. And to be honest, I would have worked on it if I was given the opportunity. I'm not going to lie. But so I'm a hypocrite. But I'm glad it's not happening, and I hope it doesn't happen. I really do. I don't know what else you could say about it, really. It was a bit of a circus thing. It's not the worst circus fight we've had in recent times, but it would have been one of them. And the fear of someone getting hurt was not worth the risk of putting on a show.
Well, I was going as well. I mean, I'd planned to go to the event to write columns about Mike Tyson fighting now at the age of 58 and or coming up 58, and where we were with the state of boxing. Should we be even allowing these fights to go on at the same time? Mike was such a huge figure. He's the most famous living boxer, isn't he? Let's be honest. Probably the most popular living boxer, frankly. And you wonder why given that there was the need to have a fight like this to earn money. I agree with you. I mean, I think in your head, you want him to knock out the young upstart. In your head, though, you watch those short clips, and they are like 6 to 10 second clips of him training. He frequently reported as getting injured in training. His body has gone up and down in weight over the years, in the last 20, 25 years. He's a treasure now in many ways. He's one of the most extraordinary transformational stories in the world in terms of a human being. Let's protect him and look after him and love him and make sure that he doesn't get hurt. And I was genuinely worried about his health in this fight, as you've alluded to as well. So maybe this is a sign. Maybe they'll read the signs that this shouldn't happen. There's no mention yet. Of course, on the undercard was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano too. There's no mention that that's off yet. That's a fight I really do want to see. Maybe they'll have to postpone that or change it to another place and another date, Barry.
Yeah, I think that fight will go ahead because the options for either one, though Taylor has more options, you feel, but the options to win that sort of money are not there with other fighters. So that'll go ahead somewhere else. I think there won't be a massive delay. That they might have to reduce what they were going to get paid, but they'll still get paid a lot of money, and that'll go somewhere else. And by the way, we know those two can sell out on their own. They did it before, and they can do it again. So I think that's a fight that's safe, I think.
But Amir Khan is teasing a comeback, by the way, against YouTubers, namely saying that he'd take the fight with Jake Paul. Would we take Amir Khan against him?
Not really. I'm not happy. Again, he's a guy who didn't look great in his last couple of fights. Younger and fitter and fresher than.
Sorry, I've got that wrong. I've got that completely wrong. Let me just redo that. Amir Khan's teasing a comeback against Jake Paul's friend, KSI. Do we buy that or not?
It's a sellable product, but I'm not a fan of it. I don't think I would break my back to watch it. That's the truth of it. But he hadn't looked great in his last couple of fights. He's given away natural weight and size and youth and everything else. He's on paper, he's a better. It's night and day with ability, of course, but they're not the same fighters they were. So there's a worry about that. It's almost like if they win, they go on to another big day, they go on to a real fight in the end and get really hurt. I worry about it. But they're grown out. They're adults. The thing is, with him and Tyson, they don't live the greatest lives outside of the ring. Let's not forget that. And all that makes you an older person as well. The way you live life outside the ring. It's not like these guys are diligent professionals when they're not training. They're not. They're out doing all sorts, which is their prerogative. Good luck to them. They deserve they've worked hard for the fruits of labour they have. Enjoy yourself. Don't come back. You don't need it. I don't know why they need it. It's that I know we all miss the people calling your name, whether it's 500 or 5,000 or 50,000. That you can never replicate that, people calling your name. You just can't. More than the money, that's the thing that all sports will want to go back to. But it's not in a combat sport, in a contact sport, it's not worth the risk.
Well, on that note, we're going to end the show. My great thanks to Barry Jones for his words today and his wisdom on the sport. What a weekend it was in Riyadh.